joining me today. Happy Saturday. Let's begin with a Pilates roll down to warm up. So standing nice and tall with your legs hip distance apart, try to get them in a nice neutral position. Arms by your side, begin by tilting your chin and then start to roll down. So we curve our upper spine. We tuck our tailbone a little bit to support this move and then slowly return back to a tall position. At the top of the move, keep your spine nice and long and just lift your chin and look up. And then repeat, chin down, roll down. If you don't want to go upside down, just take it halfway and then slowly back up. You can also bend your knees a little if it's uncomfortable with straight legs. Look up, inhale, exhale, roll down slowly. Inhale, exhale, roll up one vertebra at a time. Okay, once you're in a nice tall position, take your hands to your lower back. I'll turn a little for this. We're supporting our back, look straight ahead, and then let's extend. We move our hips forward a little as we look up and then come back up tall. Let's inhale as we arch, exhale up, one more. Inhale and exhale. Now rotation, I'll stand and face you. Again, back to a nice neutral position with your legs. Arms up, try not to lift your shoulders. Let's keep them down and then turn without turning your hips. You might not go far, that's okay. Inhale, rotate to one side. Exhale, feel free to reach back with your back arm, forward with your front arm. Inhale and exhale, two more. Try to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Now to warm up your arms, let's reach up, look up. Turn your palms down, press down, look straight ahead. Palms up, inhale, look up. Palms down, exhale, pushing down. Good, two more. Inhale, look up, exhale, down. One more, inhale and exhale. Okay, last move for our warm up. Legs stay in the same position. Hands can go on your waist and we're just gonna hinge forward. Try not to flatten out your lower back. If you can maintain that natural curve, great. And then take it back up. Again, I'll angle my body a little bit. You can bend your knees a little. Try not to bend them a lot, though. We are trying to feel that length and stretch in the back of our legs. And then inhale, exhale, back up. One more time, hinge. Good length from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Inhale, exhale, back up. Okay, let's begin at the back of our mat. We're gonna stand tall with our legs together, raising our arms up for shoulder mobility. Let's do some calf raises here, looking straight ahead. So we'll do a few exercises standing, and then we'll take it down to the mat. Two more, and one more. Now pull your abs in, round your back, take your hands to the mat, walk it out to a plank position. Once you're in the plank, just hold it here and think about form. Eyes looking down, straight line from the top of your head to your heels. And now walk your hands back to your feet, lower your head and round it up. Okay, one more time, arms up. Calf raises for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now dive forward, walk your hands out to a plank, hold it in this nice strong plank position, arms straight. If this is too much for you, you can always lower your knees while we're here. Okay, walk your hands back to your feet, lower your head and round it up. All right, taking your legs as wide as the mat, so turning your legs out, take it into a squat. So my knees and toes are pointed out, my hips are back, and I'm trying not to arch too much or round. Nice and neutral, and then stand tall. So sitting back, inhale, exhale up tall, good. Squats externally rotated. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Two more, then hold it down. And one more. The next one, let's stay down right here and do some pulses. You'll start to feel that burn in the top of your legs. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 3, 2. Now slowly lengthen and then walk your feet in. Let's step forward with one leg. So we're in this position here where our front foot's flat. Back foot, you're on the ball of your foot. Hips point straight ahead and then take it down. Hold it right here just to check your form. Make sure your body weight's between your front and back leg, and then lengthen both legs at the same time. So we inhale and exhale. Lunges are great for glutes. We want to make sure we're in a neutral pelvis, so we don't want our back arched too much. We don't want our tailbone tucked. We want nice neutral position. Let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now step forward with the back leg to switch sides. Step back, position yourself in that nice position where your hips are pointing straight ahead, eyes straight ahead, and then drop it down just to check your form. Both legs are bent. You'll feel a nice stretch in the back foot, and then lengthen back up. Okay, let's do 8, and 7, 6, 5, holding your abs and really start engaging those abs. 2, and 1. Step forward. Now shake out your legs. I'm going to turn and face you. Let's do some knees. So arms by your side. We're going to lift one knee up. Hold for a second. Make sure your hips are even. Don't hike up your hip and then place it down. Switch. We want to try to maintain that little arch in our back. Each time we lift our knee, we want to make sure we're not flattening our back or rounding our upper back. So you might maybe take it a little lower if you feel like you're rounding your back. You don't have to lift your knee high, but if you can maintain neutral, then lift nice and high. Good. And 8, alternating. 7, 6, 4 more. Stand nice and tall. 2 more. All right, let's do a little balance challenge. So take hands to your waist. Let's lift one knee up in front. Hold it. We're going to lengthen our leg out, which can be challenging. If you feel like you're here, just take your leg a little lower and then bend. Do 4 kicks. Contract this muscle here each time you lengthen. 1, take it down and switch. 4, and 3, and 2, you got it, and 1, and switch. Lift it higher, it will be more challenging, try it, whoops. 3, and 2, and 1, take it down, and 4, and 3, you got it, and 2, and 1. Okay, now legs wide again. As wide as you can get them. We're going to take it to one side in it's almost like a one-legged squat. This leg's lengthened. We're bending the one leg with our hips back, really hinging at our hips. Now take the opposite hand to the floor and reach up with your other arm. Stay right here for a few seconds. Hands back to your leg and switch sides. Sink in nice and low. Shift your hips back, get your back down nice and flat. Opposite hand to the floor. Reach your other arm up, hold it. Take your hands back to your leg and then center. Now let's go back and forth. We're gonna reach one arm up and pull. So we reach and lengthen our arm as we bend or towards the bent leg, and then pull that arm down, thinking about those lats, the back muscles. Good, and 4, and 3. Again, really engaging those abs, pulling them in. Now let's switch arms. So we pull down and reach. Pull down and reach. Good. When you reach, you can lift your shoulder if you want to get that nice stretch in the back muscles. 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, take it to the center. Bend both legs, arms out to the side. Turn your legs out. Look, make sure your knees are tracking in the same direction as your toes, and then lower your arms, straighten your legs. Inhale, exhale. Let's think about the breathing. Try to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. If that's not comfortable, breathe any way you'd like, as long as you're not holding your breath. 4 more. 3, 2. Now let's stay down. Hold it here. We're going to lift one heel and do 4 pulses. 3, 2, and 1. Drop that heel, lift the other heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides again. Hopefully you're getting a little winded. 2, 1, and switch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your heel. Let's take a deep breath in. Straighten our legs. Exhale. Let's walk our feet all the way in. Okay, the last move before we take it all the way down, I'm going to turn to the side. Imagine you're holding a heavy weight or a straight bar here right up against your legs. Let's go into that hinge, lowering that imaginary bar or dumbbells down towards the floor. Really feeling the work of the stretch in the back of your legs, and then pull that bar back up. Inhale. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, flat back down. Feel that stretch in your legs. Exhale, up. 2 more. Inhale, arms straight down towards the floor. Exhale, 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Okay, let's take it to the back of our mat. We're going to go all the way down now. Legs together, the same thing we did earlier. Reach up, Dive forward. Walk your hands back out to a plank position again. Hold it here, strong position. Pushing your body weight back to feel a little stretch in the heel, Achilles area, calves and Achilles area. Now lower your knees down and let's go into a child pose stretch. Reach your arms, hold it here, take a couple of breaths in. One more deep breath. Now on your next inhale, round your back up, come forward into extension. Our knees are down, we're just trying to arch, but hold those abs in and now slowly roll it down to the mat. Hips, abs, look straight down. All right, let's lengthen our arms and lift our arms and legs. Try to lift your legs straight, don't bend them. We're only lifting a little bit off the mat, not high. Now from here, we're gonna move our arms. We bend them and then we straighten them. Pull close to your side and then reach. Holding your legs up the entire time. Glutes and hamstrings working. But again, we're not high. We want to feel this in our glutes, hamstrings, a little bit in your lower back, around the spine. But don't lift high. 4 more. And 3. Hang in there. 2 more. 1 more. And now lower down. Okay, from here, bend your arms 90 degrees. So what we're going to do is lift our arms and legs and then back down. That's all. Arms at 90 degrees. Lift and down. So I'm hoping your shoulders are comfortable in this position. So now we're lifting an inch or 2 higher. If this is not comfortable for you, you can always lift 1 leg at a time, keeping 1 foot on the mat for support. 4 more. 2 more. 1 more. And lower down. Now from here, hands closed. Push off the mat onto your hands and knees. Let's keep moving. We're going to continue to work the glutes. Legs close together. Raise your right arm, left leg, and hold it there. Just balance here. Try your best to keep your hips even. Now, we're going to take our elbow towards our knee, curve our back, and then reach straight line from your fingers to your toes. Let's curve elbow to knee, opposite arm to knee, and then reach. Balancing on one arm and leg. Take your time. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, lengthen. 2 more. Reach. 1 more. Okay, place your hand and knee down. Let's switch sides. Lengthen your spine before we begin. So if you feel like you're rounded, try to lengthen your back. Reach the left arm, right leg. Find your balance. Now when you're ready, slowly tuck your tailbone, curve your back, look for your knee, and then reach. Exhale, pull in, inhale, lengthen. So we are rounding our back for this, and then we're lengthening our leg and arm back out into a nice neutral position. Exhale, inhale, opposite elbow to knee. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold it for a couple of seconds and lower down. Legs together. Let's walk our hands forward for knee push-ups. We lower our hips so it's a little more challenging on our abs. Angle your fingers in, elbows out, and lower. Press away. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now walk your hands back. We're going to continue to work upper body, but sitting back on your heels. If this isn't comfortable, you can go up to a high kneeling position. All right, arms up. We're going to pull one arm back, rotate, reach that arm forward. The other arm and reach. Now really think about posture. Stacking your rib cage right over your hips and eyes straight ahead. When you kneel, a lot of times it's a little more comfortable for the lower back. It's usually a little easier to stay in a nice neutral pelvis. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, 1 more. Okay, back to push-ups. Let's try it with our knees up. If it's too much for you, place your knees on the mat. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, sit back, sit tall. This time, reach your arms. We're gonna pull both arms back. Concentrate on upper back and shoulders, and then reach. Exhale, inhale. We're sitting tall, pulling our abs in and up, chin up, and 4, and 3, and 2. Okay, just one more time, push-ups. Choose your position. You can keep your knees down or lift them up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully place your knees down, sitting back. Another exercise. We're going to reach our arms up and pull down to our sides. Reach, lat, pull down. Exhale, inhale, reach. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, lower your arms. Let's take it back to a plank position. Legs are close together. We're going to go into downward dog stretch with our legs close. So our hips up. You can pull your feet in closer if you'd like. Lengthen your legs, head between your arms. You can hang out in a plank if you don't want to be upside down in this downward dog stretch. Now from here, we're going to bend one knee, straighten one, and then switch. We go into a little march. It helps keep the back of our legs nice and flexible. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Both heels up, slowly lower your knees. Mermaid stretch. So let's go into a mermaid stretch position. One leg in front, one foot behind, and then we try to shift our weight center. You can sit on a yoga block if you need that height, if you feel like you're here. Reach your arms wide, and then take one arm up and over. A nice side bend, and switch. Breathe in, breathe out. One more, breathe in, breathe out. Now just hang out here for a few seconds, sitting really tall, abs in and up. And now take your legs in front of you, feet together, sit tall and lean up and over your legs and hold this stretch. Stay right here for a good 20 seconds and then we'll switch sides. In this position, we're trying to keep our back long, try not to round it too much, and then take it back up. All right, leg in front, one foot behind. Try your best to shift your weight to the center, and then when you're ready, reach up and over. Good. And switch. And 2 more. And 1 more. Now this time, legs in front, but in a pike position. So legs straight out, use your hands for support. Sit really tall, trying to get to that neutral, sitting on your sits bones. Flex and point your feet. Flex, point, flex, point. 4 more. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now with your feet pointed, let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, over, folding at your hips. Hold onto your legs and gently pull your body in. Stay right here for a good 20 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. And now slowly take it back up. All right, we're gonna go all the way down onto our mat. So let's turn to the side. Make sure there's plenty of mat behind you before we roll all the way down. Let's just sit tall with our legs bent. Now lean back a little, curve your spine, getting our abs ready for the workout. Draw in those abs as you curl, tuck your tailbone, and curve your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull navel to spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, roll it back. So here we go up to the sits bones, neutral position, and then off the sits bones. We flatten our back there, just for this ab work. But throughout our day, we want to be as neutral as possible in our lower back. 2 more. And 1 more. Now hold it back, release so it gets a little harder. Stay right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sit tall, reach your arms, legs together. Let's take it all the way down. Inhale, start to roll down. Exhale, roll it all the way down to your mat. All right, let's do some arm circles. So we're looking straight up, our legs are lengthened, but if your back's uncomfortable, bend your knees. Arms lower by your ears, and then we reach wide all the way to our legs, and then repeat. Big circle without arching your back more as your arms lower here, holding those abs. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. And exhale, lower your arms to the mat and flex your feet. Another stretch for the lower leg. So our heels are reaching, our toes are reaching up towards the ceiling. And then point your feet. All right, so we're gonna slide one leg in and lengthen it up towards the ceiling. You can hold onto your leg if you need that support, or keep your arms down by your side and just hold it here. Let's do 4 circles and 3. Now you can always bend the bottom leg if that's more comfortable. Let's do 4 the other way. 4 and 3, stable body, and 2 and 1. Reach and then slowly lower down. Okay, let's switch. So again, you can bend your knee, you can lengthen, you can bend the bottom leg. It's up to you. 4 circles. 3, 2, and 1. Other way. 4 and 3. Hip mobility. 2 and 1. And hip strength. Reach and slowly lower down. Okay, slide both legs in, lengthen them up, hold your hamstrings, flex your feet and go into a straddle. Reach wide, legs up and over your body. Hold on to them if you need that support. Point your toes and legs together. Okay, let's get into abs now. Place your feet down, hands on your waist. So let's roll into a posterior tilt where we press our lower back into the mat. You can stay in this position, but the goal over time is to work abs in neutral. So now roll into that nice neutral position where you would be able to balance a glass of water on your lower abs. Now go the opposite way, anterior tilt, where that water would spill away from you. So let's rock back and forth a few times. Posterior tilt, anterior tilt, posterior tilt, anterior tilt. 2 more, 1 more. Okay, find neutral and try the ab work here. If it gets uncomfortable, you can always drop your lower back into the mat. All right, curl it up, look over your knees, see how it feels in neutral, balancing that glass of water on the lower abs. And then slowly roll down. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale up, sliding the front of the rib cage closer to your hips. Inhale, exhale down. 1 more, inhale, exhale. Inhale, expand the rib cage, exhale. Okay, now hands behind your head. We're gonna lift and rotate to one side, lower back down. Lift and rotate to the other side, lower down. Now you can take your legs a little wider if you'd like, but just try to point your knees and toes straight ahead. So we lift, rotate, center, lift, rotate to the other side, center. We're supporting our head with our hands so our neck doesn't get tired. And switch. 4 more. Exhale, rotate. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now lift straight up and lift your elbows a little higher. We're creating this little hammock for our head. Space between your chin and your chest. Imagine you're holding a tennis ball here, looking over your knees. Strong core, strong body will help with all sports and everyday movement. Now stay right here, we're gonna pulse it up. It's nice to work most of the class in a neutral spine. But again, if you're uncomfortable, tuck the tailbone a little bit, scoop those abs, and keep moving. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down, take your arms to your side. Lift your legs to tabletop, reverse curls. So we're gonna pull in our abs to lift our hips a tiny bit, not much, and then lower down. So the more we work in neutral, the stronger our body will be all around, side, front, and back, which will help with sports. Creating muscle balance will help with all sports. And exhale. Let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, it's gonna get a little more challenging. So we lower our hips, our knees are somewhat over our hips. They can be a little closer if you'd like, but try to have a little space between your lower back and the mat. If it gets uncomfortable, any strain in the lower back, place your lower back on the mat. Okay, now from here, we're gonna curl it up and do hundreds. Hundreds, we pump our arms by our side and we breathe in for 5 counts. Exhale for 5 counts. Inhale for 5 counts. Exhale for 5 counts. Now the tricky part of this exercise, sometimes your neck gets a little tired. Make sure your eyes are looking over your knees. You can also rest your head back and just continue here. The goal with this exercise is core strength, stability. So being able to stay nice and steady in your body while your arms are pumping. Let's stretch our legs out, make it a little harder. Keep going. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Hold your arms still, inhale, reach, exhale, roll back. Okay, now here in this position, you can pull your legs in, your lower back will press into the mat. Hold it, Okay, now move your legs away again. Hands behind your head, curl it up. Single leg stretch. So we're gonna reach one leg out, take it as low as you like. It'll be a little more challenging the lower you go with your leg. But if it's too much for you, reach a little higher. Keep your back as steady as possible. Take your time. And 8 and 7, hold your shoulders up. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Inhale both legs in. Exhale, lower your upper body down. Drop your elbows to the mat. You might feel a little stretch in the shoulder chest area. We're going to lower our legs to one side carefully, not all the way down to the floor. And then we lift them back up over to the other side. So it's a nice rotation stretch, but also working those core muscles. Lower to the side and lift. Lower to the other side and lift. Strengthening those side body muscles. 2 more, which we need for rotation. All sports rotate, whether you're running, pickleball, tennis, golf. And 1 more, swimming. Okay, legs back up. Curl it back up again. This time, single leg stretch, obliques. We're going to turn towards the bent leg, and then we switch to the other side. Rotate towards the bent leg. Rotate. And 8, 7, 5, 2, and 1. Both legs in. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Okay, take your arms to the side. This will be the last exercise with our legs lifted. We're going to tap the floor with 1 foot, and then we switch. Again, trying to stabilize. For this exercise, I have my lower back on the mat. You can press your lower back onto the mat. Make sure your shoulders are not tense. Try to relax them. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Strong abs. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower both feet to the mat. Legs together. Now stretch your arms out. Let's do that rotation stretch, but hold it. So legs drop to one side. Look the opposite way. Hold this wonderful stretch. Now start to engage your abs and then slowly lift your legs to go to the other side. Look the opposite way. Hold it. Engage your abs and lift your legs back up. Okay, let's turn to the side. So in this side position, you can lengthen your body to start. Legs stacked, hips stacked, shoulders stacked, and pull your abs in. Now for your head and neck, you can support your head. You can move your elbow in front of you. You can even grab a pillow, or you can keep your arm lengthened. Try to find a comfortable position. Now with your legs straight, we're just gonna lift both legs and hold for a moment. You'll feel the outer thigh, oblique area working. We're gonna reach our legs nice and straight and hold them both up and together. Good. Stay right here. Strengthen those side body muscles. And now lower down. Bend the bottom leg, lift the top leg in slow circles. The goal again is stability. We're trying to keep our body steady. Reach our leg as far as we can in slow controlled circles. Good, let's go the other way and circle and circle. Try to keep your leg in neutral. Don't externally rotate it so your knee's pointing up towards the ceiling. Keep your knee pointing straight ahead. Circle the other way. Circle. Good. 6 more. And 4. Keeping your chin away from your chest. Okay, let's circle the other way one more time for 8 and 7. Don't forget to reach. Reaching so much that you're pulling your hip away from your rib cage. 3 and 2 and 1. Now hold it up and just flex and point your foot. Flex, point. 8, 7, 6. Hold your abs in and breathe. 3, 2. Now keep your foot flexed and pulses up. This will be the last exercise on this side. Make sure your hips open so we're reaching our legs straight in line with our body. And 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and lower, nice and slow. All right, bend your legs, rest the top leg. Before we switch sides, let's do a quick exercise to rest our outer thigh. We're gonna roll onto our back, legs hip distance apart. Tuck the tailbone and lift your hips up, pointing your knees straight ahead. Let's just hold it in a bridge for a moment. We're gonna hold it here and move our arms. So reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Lower one arm by your ear when I'm down to your side, and then slowly switch. Don't change your hips at all. Try not to rotate. You can keep your arms bent or nice and straight. 4 more. 4 and 3. Make sure nothing's under your head, holding your head up. Last one, arms up and lower everything down. Now, pull both legs in. Let's do a little stretch. We're trying to relax our outer thigh. So when we switch sides, we don't get fatigued too quick on the side we just worked. Hold it here. Let's do another stretch. One leg up towards the ceiling, one leg down to the floor, and hold it. Gently pulling the top leg in. Now bend both legs and switch. Lengthen one leg up, lower the other leg all the way down to the floor. Hold the stretch. And bend both legs. Okay, let's work the other leg. So I'm going to go up to a seated position so I can turn and face you. Let's get into that nice straight line. Chin away from your chest. Always nice alignment first before we start to move. Find a comfortable position for your head and neck and shoulders. Stack your hips, legs straight to begin, and lift them both up. Gently squeeze the inner thighs together. Just hold it here. When we do these static holds, it helps build strength and stability, which will help with sports. And slowly lower. Bend the bottom leg. Adjust your body so you're comfortable. Lift your top leg, making sure your leg's not in front of you. We want to start in a nice straight line from your body. So your hips open, glutes contracted a little bit, and start to circle. Slow and control. This hand here, we're using it for support, but make sure you don't tense up your neck or shoulder. Keep your shoulder down and nice and relaxed. Good. Okay, let's circle the other way. We're pointing our foot, reaching for that wall. Good. And 4 and 3. Hold your abs in. 2. But breathe. Let's go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. Nice job. 2 and 1 other way. Last 8, 7. Take your time. If I'm going too fast, slow it down. 4 and 3 and 2. Okay, hold your leg up about hip height. Flex and point your foot. Try not to bend your knee. Just moving in your ankle. 4, 3. Good. 2. Keep your foot flexed and little pulses up. Reaching with your heel. Knee nice and straight. Good. And 8, 7, 6, and 4, 3, 2. Hold it up and let's drop it really slow. Okay, bend both legs, rest the top leg. Let's face our mat and go into extension where we're on our forearms. Legs are lengthened about hip distance apart. Now we're going to bend one leg and point your foot. We're going to do 3 pulses with a pointed foot, a flexed foot, a pointed foot, and then reach. Switch. Point your foot, flex your foot, point your foot, and reach. So we bend, 2, 3, and reach. Switch sides. Bend, 2, 3, and reach again. Now we're holding, we're holding our abs in the entire time to support our lower back. Make sure you stay out of your shoulders, so always lift in. Use those lats. Switch. Okay, 2 more. Pull, just a reminder, I keep messing my point, flex, point, foot, point, flex, point, and lower down. So in this position, pulling your abs like you're trying to pull them away from the mat. If you're sinking below your shoulders, out of your shoulders, use those back muscles. And now slowly lower down. Okay, position your arms wide. We're going to push away from the mat a little bit and hold. Just stay right here and then take it down. Now we're going to go into rotational, lift one arm, and you'll find a comfortable position. Once you lift, you might have to move your arm in. We're going to lift, rotate, tap our hamstring, and then take it back. Switch sides. Lift, tap your hamstring, and take it back. Your legs stay on the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Don't forget to hold your abs in. Inhale. Exhale. Just 2 more. Really contract those glutes as you lift. You got it. 1 more. And take it back. Okay. Hands on the mat. Push off the mat onto your hands and knees. Let's do cat-cow stretch. So lengthen your body. Try to find neutral to begin We're reaching our tailbone straight back, our shoulders are away from our ears, eyes looking down. Now we start to contract the glutes and tuck our tailbone to help round our spine. And then we go through neutral and extend our spine. Think about arching in the lower back. Round your back, thoracic or upper spine, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then extend, arching the lower back. One more. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Now find that nice neutral position, toes to the mat, and just push your body weight back. A nice stretch for your feet, Achilles, and maybe a little calves. Okay, take it forward, even weight between your hands and your knees, and now lift your knees and hold this position. Arms straight, 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop your knees down. Relax your toes. We're going to take it to a seated position to work triceps. So here in this position, our legs are bent, hands behind with our fingers pointing towards our glutes. Pull your feet in so you can lift your hips off the mat. Stay here with your arms straight for a moment. Remember, fingers are pointing towards your feet. Now bend your arms and then straighten them, and you'll feel this in your arms. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it in a straight position and lower your glutes. Okay, cross your legs, sit up nice and tall. Not always the ideal position for everyone. If you're rounded or your lower back's really flat, we like that natural curve, but let's just stay here for a second. We're gonna walk our hands forward, lower our head down. So when you cross your legs, if it's not a comfortable position, you can always change it to a kneeling position. Hold it here and just take a couple of deep breaths. One more inhale, and on your next exhale, slowly round it up. Try to sit in a neutral position. If you can, great. If not, again, take it to a kneeling position. All right, we're gonna walk our hands forward back to a plank position. Let's do another tricep exercise. You can do this with your knees down or your knees up. We're gonna bend, pointing our elbows back. Fingers point straight ahead. And again, bend. Now feel free to take it all the way to that. I find it very challenging, so I only go down a little bit. It's up to you. Just be careful because this exercise definitely works your arms, but it's a lot of stability in the shoulder area. So if you're choosing to go all the way down, make sure you feel comfortable in the shoulder area. 2 more and 1 more. Okay, lower your knees. If your knees are up, walk your hands back. Let's take it to a high kneeling position. Step forward with one leg. We're going to take our hands down and lift our back leg into a deep lunge. This is quite the stretch. Hold it here. Reach your back heel, really hinging in that hip of the bent leg in front. Now lower your knee, relax your toes, and push back. Take your hand or your arm on the side of the bent leg. We're going to reach up and around and just look towards the back of the room. So we're rotating towards our bent leg. I'm holding on to my bent leg with my opposite hand. Take it back into a lunge. Lift your back knee and hold again. And now we're going to switch sides. So drop your knee and switch legs. Foot forward, hands on the mat, toes down for back foot. Lift your knees. Stay right here in this deep lunge. Good to be flexible. We don't want any tight muscles to restrict movement when we're playing sports. Now lower your knee. When you're ready, we're going to rotate. So we reach one arm up and back. You can hold on to your leg with the opposite hand. And look, it's a little balance challenge too, so be careful. Okay, take it back into a lunge. Toes on the mat. And now drop your knee and push back. Okay, high kneeling position with your legs hip distance apart. Here in this position, we want that little arch on our back. But we're going to contract the glutes and quads, and we're going to lean back a little bit without changing the position of our spine. All right, let's reach forward as we lean back. We're staying nice and straight. Exhale, arms lift, but don't round your shoulders forward. Arms down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Try not to fold in your hip. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, Now, the next exercise, stay stacked right over your knees. Take one arm, reach forward, up. Now, we're gonna extend our upper body, but don't change the hip position over your knees. Reach for the opposite foot and then come back. Switch sides, reach forward, up, back, extend, look for your foot, and then come back. And switch. Inhale, extend, you got it. Exhale, switch sides, inhale, and exhale. All right, hands back down on the mat. Let's go back into a plank. We're gonna run in this position where we pull one knee in, they're called mountain climbers, and then the other. Go as fast or slow as you'd like. Arms straight, upper body strength here. 8 more, 7, 6, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both legs straight, hold it, and lower your knees. Child pose stretch again. Shift your weight back, reach your arms long. Wonderful stretch for your body. Take a couple of deep breaths. One more inhale, and on your exhale, sit back on your heels and slowly round it up. Okay, let's go to a seated position, legs out in front. We're gonna take it to a little straddle here. Use your arms behind your body for support. Now in this position, we can tuck the tailbone a little and scoop the abs. We're gonna lift one leg, cross it over to the other leg, and then back. I'm gonna angle my body a little bit, so it looks like this. Cross over and back, really strengthening the leg, hip area. And 4, good. And 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, now switch. Other leg crosses over and then back. You got it. Over and back. And 8, and 7. Keep your body steady. 6, and 5. Only 4 more. And 3. Keep your knees straight. 2, and 1. Okay, from here, take it to a wide straddle, but we're gonna sit up really tall. So straddle can be challenging to sit tall. Take your legs as wide as you'd like, it's up to you. We're gonna flex our feet and try to reach for our toes and hinge forward a little bit. You can also bend your knees a little if that's a little more comfortable. Stay right here. Straddle, stretch. Keep your knees and toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Hold it. And then take it up tall. Point your toes and legs in. Okay, from here, I'm gonna turn to the side again. Hands on the mat, but this time we're gonna turn our fingers out, feet in, reverse plank, bent knees. We're gonna lift our hips up nice and high and hold it here. Stay here for a moment. We'll do this with one arm in just a minute. If you're not comfortable with the one arm, you can go back to this position here. Okay, lower your glutes. So if you'd like to try one arm, we reach one arm up, we rotate our body a little and lift, and then take it down. Switch sides, other arm. Reach up, lift your hips. It's okay if your upper body's rotated, and then back down. 2 more. Reach straight up towards the ceiling and down. 1 more. Reach and down. All right, let's cross our legs. Take it onto our hands and knees. Let's do a stretch. We're gonna lengthen our leg, toes on the mat, and shift our body weight back a little bit. So we're pushing with our arms to get that stretch in our calf. Hold it. Keep your hips even. Don't lift your hip on the straight leg side. Now move your weight forward and now leg out to the side. The foot that's down on the mat, that the leg's bent, we're gonna take our toes to the mat so we can sit back. So try to find that comfortable position. Sitting back and then come forward. If that's not comfortable, relax your foot and sit back and forward. One more time. Sit back and forward, and now let's switch. So other leg back, toes on the mat. Push your body weight back a little bit so you get that calf stretch, hips even, eyes looking down. Don't let your head hang like this. Keep your head up. And now take that leg out to the side. I'm just gonna turn the other leg so I can switch. I don't have enough room here. So your leg straight out here. You can externally rotate it a little. Try toes on the mat and shift back. If that's not comfortable for your foot, then the next time, relax your toes and sit back. And forward, 2 more. Hinge at your hip, hopefully also getting an inner thigh stretch. 1 more, and back, and slide that leg in. Okay, thread the needle. I'm gonna angle my body a little. Keep one hand down, reach one arm up. This is great for your back. Tuck your arm under the supporting arm, lower your body down, take the back of your shoulder towards the mat and hold it here. Don't feel like you have to go all the way to the mat and then come back up. Okay, switch sides. So we lengthen, we start to bend the supporting arm to get down a little lower and rotate so the back of your shoulder gets close to the mat. Hold it, rotating our spine, and then take it back up. Okay, let's go back to a seated position. Let's do the stretch we did earlier one more time with the bottom of our feet together. Try to get your knees low and just sit tall. If you feel the stretch here, you don't have to go over, it's up to you. But if you'd like to make this stretch a little deeper and you're comfortable, take it up and over your legs. All right, 10 seconds longer. Now we're pulling our body towards our legs if you're leaning up and over, but we're pulling with more of a bicep curl. Just make sure you don't lift your shoulders in this position and tense up your neck. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and slowly back up. Okay, let's finish in a kneeling position. You can go to kneeling down on the mat or high kneeling. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. And again, inhale, look up. And exhale, we'll do one more. Nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. See you Monday.
Thank you.